Good evening, everyone. We're going to call the City Council meeting for Monday, September 15th, 2025 to order. At this time, we'd like to begin with prayer. If Pastor Tommy Wright from New Jackson Tabernacle Church would come forward and lead us in prayer.
Let us bow our heads. Lord God, we thank you for this day that you have made, Lord, and it's been marvelous in our eyes. We thank you, Lord, for keeping us. Thank you, Lord, for our breath that we have in our bodies. Thank you, Lord, for health and strength. Thank you, oh God, for these, oh God, that overlook the city. Thank you for protection. Thank you for your loving kindness and that tender mercy. Lord, bless, oh God, look on the officials of our city. God, give them counsel, oh God, give them wisdom, Lord, as we go forward. But Lord, we can't do nothing without saying thank you. Thank you, oh God, we thank you. Yeah. So many folks are in distress. But Lord, you gave us a right mind, and we'll bless your name for it. Yeah. Look on these, oh God, that they make decisions that affect our lives in the city. Well, Lord, you keep the city. Keep your eyes on the city. Look on our young men and women, oh God, that go roam throughout the night on patrol, oh God. You keep them safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Yeah. Lord, we thank you. Glory to God. We thank you for your blessing. Thank you for the hope. Now, Lord, look on us, oh God, as our mayor continues to lead us. Lead him and guide him. Yeah. Give him, oh God, direction. His armor bearers, oh God, let him raise his arm. Help him, oh God, as he do his job. Come to thy loving kindness. We come before you, Lord, with words of thank you, Lord. Yeah. Thank you for our city. Thank you for the servants of the city. Now, Lord, have your way. And we'll give your name all the glory, yes, all the honor, all the, oh God, and all the praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Yes, and the people say amen. Amen. God bless.
The City Council will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, we are going to move into item 4, public comments. Please give your name and direct your comments to the mayor. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. No personal attacks upon council members, staff, or other persons in attendance or absent will be permitted. In addition, discussions of matters which are currently under legal review will not be permitted. We do have quite a few that have signed up tonight, and we do welcome public comment. But obviously, we do have a lot to get through tonight, so we are going to hold everyone to the 3 minutes, just so we can get through. Looks like we have at least 20 names or more that are on the list here, and that's no problem, but we do want to be able to get to business at a certain point. So, first up, we have Teresa Schultz.
Good evening. Thank you for letting me speak. I come to you to thank you for your kind honor of my husband, your former City of Kankakee employee, Richard Schultz. The purple bunting displayed at the Administration and Public Safety buildings was indeed a surprising honor. I would also like to add that we would be wearing one of the YIMBY shirts had we not spent the last 2 months at doctor's appointments, the ER, or the hospital for surgeries. We would have been wearing them because Rich and I have been avid supporters of Fortitude since 2018. Many people in this town are perceived as homeless. They are indeed not homeless, but congregate in areas to socialize. No amount of day services will attract this group. The true homeless will go for these. To that end, I ask that you confirm your honoring of my husband by voting for Fortitude to open. Support Fortitude by allowing them to help our city see fewer persons who are homeless on the streets. If they're allowed to do so, then what we will ultimately be able to accomplish will be to help the true homeless get the day services and get a restart of life. I extend a sincere thank you to those of you who listened. Thank you.
Ms. Schultz, I just wanted to say our prayers are with you. I worked with your husband when he was down at the sewer plant in the late 80s and early 90s, and he was quite the gentleman, so our prayers are with you and your family.
He always said, when you were done with something, he said, what can I do next?
Next is Claire McElroy.
Good evening, Mayor. My name is Claire McElroy. I'm a longtime supporter of Fortitude, and I currently serve on the board. Thank you for considering our request for conditional use permit tonight. We have spoken to as many elected officials and city staff that we were able to over the past few months, and we thank you for speaking with us. Tonight, we are not asking for any new or additional services. We are only asking that the sheltering we have already been providing in Kankakee for the last 6 years be moved to the building we purchased a year and a half ago at 970 East Court Street. We have spoken to many First Ward residents who support the shelter at this location, many of whom have signed our petition and written letters of support. We have provided successful and safe emergency shelter to around 400 different individuals over the last 6 shelter seasons and helped a great many of them, either directly or indirectly, to become permanently housed, working, productive citizens of Kankakee County again. An emergency shelter is a vital program within the continuum of services for those experiencing homelessness. A shelter not only provides a bed the same night it is needed, but also allows staff the benefit of working with the guests every night, providing showers, laundering clothing, sharing meals together, building self-worth and confidence, while continuously working on a plan for steady income and stable housing. We are asking that you please vote yes tonight so Fortitude can continue to provide emergency shelter this winter. Remember, there, but for the grace of God, go I, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Please find it in your hearts to do the right thing. Thank you.
Next up is Jack Tyson.
Good evening. I'm Jack Tyson. I'm board chairman of Fortitude. When we discovered the building at 970 Court Street, it is very perfect for us, by the way. We were meticulous as we utilized the knowledge gained from our past experiences in municipal dealings to hold multiple conversations with alderpersons, the mayor, ECDA, And the team, Dawn, I, and others on the team, made very sure we did our due diligence before spending, the hard-earned capital donations to purchase a building. So this really shows, without me having to speak at all, this really shows our in-person meetings with individuals. These dates also do not include numerous emails and phone calls that we try to do to communicate as best we can. And on March 27th of 2025, we purchased the building. We're also in the midst of a wonderful, not in the midst, we're almost complete on the renovation of the first floor of the second building. And it's going very well with the help of some very solid partners of Reuter, PSI, and Lady. So great guys that are supporting us, and I just ask that you carefully consider this as we go forward. And I would also, after that prayer that I heard tonight, I would like to also say that a verse that always comes to me is, we are to love others as Christ loves us. And I think we should all remember that. Thank you.
I apologize, I can't read the last name, quite frankly. Sarah Hannell, or Sarah, I'm sorry. How? I'm sorry, sorry about that.
That's okay. Hi, I'm Sarah Howe. I'm the Director of Community Services at Catholic Charities. I'm here in support of Fortitude tonight. One concern that's been brought up is that the city has too many homeless shelters. While it's true that Kankakee, being the largest city and the county seat, offers more social services than the other municipalities, there are only 3 shelters in Kankakee County. Fortitude is a low-barrier emergency overnight shelter, meaning they provide access to basic needs with minimal entry requirements, removing obstacles such as sobriety requirements, mandatory programs, or short lengths of stay. Gift of God is the second shelter considered a high-barrier shelter, and Harbor House is the only other shelter only for survivors of domestic violence. And again, Fortitude is not requesting to add the amount of shelters, only continue doing what they've been doing for 6 years, just in a different location. Thank you.
William Boykin.
Hello. Hi. Number 3, another concern that has been brought up is that having a homeless shelter attracts homeless from other areas to Kankakee. People come to the area for a relationship, a job to stay with family, etc. And they sometimes become homeless because these plans fall through. But they don't come just to stay at a shelter. People get stranded here when their cars break down or they run out of money for fuel, because we are blessed to be a major thoroughfare in the state. But they don't stop here just for shelter. 70% of all individuals who contact the homeless helpline, the gateway to services, are from Kankakee, with only 4% from outside the county. Those individuals and those who are sent here are referred back to their hometowns.
Sarah Tuttle.
Hi, my name is Sarah Tuttle, and I've had the privilege of working with Fortitude for the past 5 years. Sorry, I'm going to get a little emotional. I also wanted to share, I recently celebrated 5 years of sobriety. And I honestly contribute a lot of that to working with Fortitude. If anybody's in sobriety, they know part of that is giving back. This organization means a lot to me. There's been talk that Fortitude has been sheltering over the past 2 years without proper permits. Fortitude spoke regularly with the city about their sheltering on the Night Fort bus before and during, and because Fortitude did not shelter at one location throughout the week. It was confirmed by the city planner and okayed by both the mayor and the First Ward alderpersons that it did not require a permit from the city and that it was okay to provide that service. Fortitude has also never provided any overnight shelter whatsoever in the new 970 building. Fortitude made it clear in 2023 that they would utilize that type of sheltering as a stopgap measure for up to 2 years, and we did that. In addition, the Director of Planning and Zoning has informed Fortitude that they would need a temporary use permit if they did decide to continue that type of sheltering. So the Night Fort bus is no longer a sheltering option for Fortitude. Without a permit granted tonight, there will not be a Fortitude emergency overnight shelter this winter. Thank you.
Lauren Centerfort?
Good evening. My name is Lauren Sanafort. I'm the Director of Professional Services at Cornerstone, who houses over 120 permanent supportive housing individuals that were previously homeless here in the county of Kankakee. Fortitude is aware that some, if not many, alderpersons desire a 24/7 shelter if Fortitude is to provide overnight sheltering. Fortitude was asked by the First Ward alderpersons prior to the purchase of the building to show the community that they can be a positive addition by providing day services out of the building for a year or so. Fortitude has indeed been providing these services for more than a year with no problems. There is a difference, however, between day services and having the building accessible to our homeless 24/7. This requires at least 2 trained staff at all time, service of an additional meal each day, and significantly higher funding. Fortitude would also have to request an additional conditional use permit to offer these services during the day. Fortitude has played a part in over 40 Kankakee County individuals and their families moving into permanent supportive housing in 2025 alone. Overnight shelter and day services are working to change people's lives. However, Fortitude has been communicating with the State of Illinois Office to Prevent and End Homelessness regarding the city's desire for a 24/7 shelter, and you are going to hear a little bit more about that shortly. Thank you.
Jerry Rutherford?
Good evening. My name is Jerry Rutherford. I'm the chairman of the Property Committee for Fortitude and a lifelong resident of Kankakee's 3rd Ward. In regards to sprinkler systems, Fortitude is aware that it is a requirement to pass the fire inspection, and we're actively engaged in the process of planning and quoting this project. However, we cannot responsibly invest capital funds into a sprinkler system without being granted a conditional use permit. As such, we're optimistic that if a permit is granted, the council would allow a grace period to complete that project as gift of God was afforded, while also not holding up the shelter season.
Colleen Mahoney?
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to provide testimony tonight. I'm glad to be here. My name is Colleen Mahoney, and I am the Assistant Director of the State of Illinois' Office to Prevent and End Homelessness. This is a statewide office housed within the Illinois Department of Human Services. My office leads the development and implementation of the state's Home Illinois plan. In this capacity, we coordinate and lead the state's investments to prevent and end homelessness across state agencies and across the state. We are also here to support your community's work to prevent and end homelessness and often meet with local providers, mayors, and electeds. I'm here tonight to voice support for Fortitude's establishment of a new shelter at 970 East Court. EHS currently funds Fortitude through both the Emergency Solutions Grant and the Emergency and Transitional Housing Grants, or ETH. Over the last few years, our office has worked with technical assistance providers supported by HUD to estimate the shortage of shelter beds we face across Illinois. In 2024, we estimated that Illinois was short 5,379 shelter beds. Each shelter bed that comes online in our state is a life-saving resource that contributes to closing this gap. At the same time, Illinois has increased our funding in homelessness prevention and supportive housing, understanding that shelter is only one important piece of this puzzle. That's why I'm voicing the state of Illinois' support for Fortitude's new shelter, which will be a crucial resource for Kankakee. I also want to share that with this established new need to operate during the day, the state is happy to provide additional funding to Forefront to support this increased capacity. My office and our state partners are available as a resource to you all and offer many opportunities for technical assistance and collaboration as you plan holistically to support the shelter and housing needs of your community, as well as funding opportunities. Thank you.
Misty Chenard.
Good evening, Mayor Curtis and members of the City Council. My name is Misty Chenard, and I am a critical care nurse and a longtime dedicated volunteer with Fortitude because I have a real passion for helping others and for supporting the work being done here in Kankakee. I'm honored to be here tonight on behalf of Fortitude. Fortitude has spent the past year leading and collaborating with providers across Kankakee County to strengthen sheltering service and create lasting solutions for our community. Through initiatives such as the by name list weekly provider meetings, the Kankakee County Homeless Task Force, the annual Summit on Homelessness, and the Homeward Bound pilot program, measurable progress has been achieved. In 2024, the county averaged 3.1 more individuals entering homelessness than leaving. In 2025, those numbers have reversed. On average, 4.8 more individuals are leaving homelessness than entering each month. This means that within only 2 years, Kankakee County has essentially reached functional zero homelessness, a milestone that reflects both the dedication of service providers and the success of collaborative strategies. To quote Mayor Curtis, after his trip to study Rockford's Golden Standard Homeless Services, there is no easy answer for homelessness, and it will take all parties involved to reset and be on the same page. This includes some give and take from all agencies, groups, and advocates. A continued collaboration between Fortitude and the City of Kankakee represents not only an opportunity to sustain this progress, but also to strengthen the foundation of our entire community. Fortitude and its partners have already given much to make this success possible. We now respectfully ask the city to grant Fortitude a special permit, allowing Fortitude to continue building upon this momentum and ensuring Kankakee remains a place where effective, compassionate solutions to homelessness are achieved. Thank you.
Dr. Laverne Jordan.
I am Laverne Jordan, and I am currently a professor emeritus from Olivet Nazarene University. I am also a member of College Church and am reading a letter from Pastor Mark Quanstrom. As we are all aware, homelessness is on the rise in the United States and in the state of Illinois. One of the underlying causes of homelessness is simply the lack of affordable housing, which ought to be a concern of the City Council as well. As a consequence, there is a rise in what is being called vehicular homelessness. That is, people who are forced to live out of their cars. College Church has witnessed this personally, as persons without any place to stay have lived in their car in the parking lot. Dr. Dawn Brewers is attempting to provide a partial solution to the homeless crisis in our community. She's a private citizen driven by her Christian conviction that the least of these should be tended to. She is not seeking financial support from the city. She is simply seeking permission. It is a modest request. I am very well aware that one of the challenges of such a service are those who prefer that solution be, as they say, not in my backyard. Some interpret a homeless shelter as an indictment of and threat to the community, instead of as a credit to and protection for the community. It seems to me that a city council concerned for our community would do everything in their power to support a private individual doing what they can to help solve this problem. Thus, I am writing this letter today, advocating for the city council to vote in favor of the conditional use permit requested by Fortitude Community Outreach. Hopefully and respectfully, Reverend Dr. Mark R. Quanstrom, pastor of College Church of the Nazarene.
John Beavis.
Good evening, everyone. My name is John Beavis. I am the director of the Health Department here in Kankakee County. In Illinois, homelessness affects all people. In particular, black and brown residents in the state of Illinois are 8 times more likely to be unhoused than white residents. In Illinois, that's 2 times the national average. The state of Illinois and the Kankakee County Health Department, with both hospitals' input, as I mentioned 2 weeks ago, has designated homelessness as one of the top 3 health needs within our county. The average death of an unhoused person is 18 years less than the rest of us live if we are housed. And they're 38 times more likely to die from cold-related injuries as winter approaches, and we get to go home to our snug little beds and pillows tonight for the individuals who are out on the streets and will be in January and February. Christine Haley is the Chief Homelessness Officer for Illinois Office to Prevent and End Homelessness. We heard from a representative of her office today. In a story she did on WTTW in January on black homelessness, she said 3 things in relation to the report that the University of Illinois of Chicago, in collaboration with the state, put out earlier this year. One of those was about rent burden. Rent burden is if you spend more than 30% of your funds to live, either on your mortgage or renting, and that's just too much for people to sustain. 63% of blacks statewide are considered rent burdened. Within the report, it stressed how community members, homeless service professionals, and individuals with lived, unhoused experience helped the state officials gain a better understanding of the crisis in Illinois. This room is full of all of us who are trying to convey that to you tonight. The state is working to increase its funding for homelessness and has increased it by much over the last year alone to include money for shelter, permanent housing, employment services, clinical services like what the health department performs, and many others. And we have the representative from the state who is here and mentioned that there's additional funding that could be available if this passes tonight. Please don't let fear, pride, and hurt feelings stop the progress that's being made in our community by the continuum of care agencies and Fortitude's request tonight. Claire stole my thunder a little bit, but I have that quote too. There, but by the grace of God go I. We are all of us here tonight, just one choice or one decision away from being homeless ourselves. And if tomorrow you vote no, where are we going to go? What's the plan B? I don't know. From a public health perspective, I think it's a no-brainer. The Planning and Zoning Committee voted 5-0 to recommend its approval. I think you should do it. Thank you.
Dawn Tutt.
Good evening, and thank you for your time and attention. My name is Dawn Tutt. I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Kankakee. Some know me as having run a shelter. Some know me through many businesses that I have had. And some know me from my repeat visits coming here and speaking at this very microphone for Fortitude. Conditional use permit, St. Paul's. No, can't have it. How about a conditional use permit for maybe we could have this church over in the 4th Ward where we had 970 approved signatures? Nope, can't have it. How about they buy some land? They did. Got a lot. Couldn't come up with money for a building. Came with another one. What I see as a citizen here is we have state of Illinois support, we have church support, we have other local politician support, we have health department support, we have so much support for this wonderful, phenomenal organization who takes in individuals but there for the grace of God, and it's not just a choice or two, an accident can leave a person homeless and unhoused. These people put people back on their feet. They put them in housing. Homeless people don't want to be seen around this town. They don't want to be drugged through the mud the way they are. They're being stereotyped in a way that isn't actually true. There is a significant amount of day drinkers that go on in the city of Kankakee, from the east side to the west side to the south side to the north. Professional day drinkers. They're housed. It's just what they do. I don't know where they get their money, but they get it. And those people are looked at oftentimes that, oh, that's those homeless people. No, it's not. Let's talk about the panhandlers. Tell you what, most panhandlers around Kankakee County are making 3 times what my Social Security is. They're not the homeless. You're misjudging. I've said this every year and year and year that they have tried to do something that this incredible team of heartfelt people who have continually been thrown in the mud and stomped on and told no, get up, brush themselves off, rein in a whole other group of people. We've even got the state of Illinois in our pocket now. Going, this is a great idea, let's help these people out. We'll even give you some money to do it. That takes the heat off the local government. Okay? Say yes. Say yes tonight. Now let's table it for a couple more weeks. Let's just table it for a couple more weeks. We're all going to have heart attacks from stress. This is the right thing to do for the city of Kankakee. Bradley doesn't want to do it. Grant Park doesn't want to do it. Hershey doesn't. Who cares? That's not them. This is us. This is a core of the brightest and best citizens you have that want to help put the city of Kankakee on the map. Let's get 257 and Fox down here saying that you signed this thing. Let's have a gigantic grand opening. Let's give Kankakee credit for stepping up and doing what is right for the people that need it the most. I just met a group of people in a business that do estate sales, and they didn't know a lot about Fortitude. Now they do. And they are so excited to be able to provide household goods and furnishings when a new unhoused person becomes housed. Come on, they want to donate stuff. They just need more space to put it someplace. So we've got everybody out there going, this is the right thing to do. Let's do it, and let's do it tonight. Thank you.
apologize, I think I'm going to do this last name wrong. Jeanette Trefault? Sorry.
I'm Jeanette Tatro. I'm the program director of Thresholds. Thresholds is a community mental health center here in the city of Kankakee. And thank you for a moment to speak with you. I just want you to know that I know Fortitude, and I've known the folks at Fortitude for a long time, and I have great confidence in their ability to do this work and to do it well. It's really, as you might know, and I'm sure you do, it's a heavy lift to get to where they are, to have the funding package, the employees, the programming, all the decisions that go into getting to this point. And if Fortitude isn't able to go forward, it worries me greatly because I don't think there's anyone else who is ready to do it and who can do it and do it well and sustain it the way that Fortitude is able to do. I have great confidence in their ability to succeed with this plan. I see it as a gift to the city. At Thresholds, we work with people who are homeless, and I can testify, I can vouch for the fact that it is very difficult for them to put their life together if they don't have somewhere safe to be at night. And their daytime problems are much, much worse because they don't have somewhere to be at night. So it's a gift, I think of it as a gift, what Fortitude is giving us tonight, and it is my hope that we accept that gift. Thank you.
Robert Ellington Snipes.
To the mayor, to the members of the city council, I wish I could just say one sentence, and that's say yes to homelessness. Not to the homelessness in our community, but to those that want to help the homelessness. But it seems as though we have to go through great strides. Let me remind you that you all said no from papers that I read, but what's interesting is I heard somebody say the property values will go down or whatever, and I saw what they have done to the old health building and Danny Chapman's building or whatever. They put in money. But can I remind you that the first ward is slum and blight? Or did we forget that? And why would I bring up the fact that it was slum and blight? See, the money was coming from Hoskin Park back in the day until they decided to stand up for themselves. But for you to get the CDSBG or the Community Block Grant, you had to have a place that was slum and blight. So you designated under the Green administration to make the first ward slum and blight. So if not here, where? So we need to kind of evaluate some things when we start just talking. In fact, it's in the slum and blight, we were supposed to fix up and do things or whatever. What are they doing? They're trying to take individuals off the street. They're trying to keep them from having to die in the cold or excessive heat. And then we sit as if we are God in judgment seats to go against people that have sat and worked through your planning and zoning and got 5 years. I didn't hear one name. That's where if the people's going to complain, they will be complaining at. And then if we don't take that decision, then it speaks volumes to the very people that we appoint into a subcommittee that basically does the work for us, and the only reason we can say no is if they violate the laws that we put in place or the ordinance that we put in place. And listening to them, they were very thorough. And so therefore, we cannot just come now and say, well, I don't feel like it, because now we open up the city to what they call lawsuits. What can we do? The first one, a council decision can be challenged in court if it is shown to be arbitrary and capricious. Denying an application based solely on public sentiment rather than objective standards, which your planning board had in place, can violate the applicant's right to due process. You got attorneys here. Equal protection. An equal protection claim can arise if a municipality appears to treat one property different from another. Now, they come in the first ward, they come by my house, I sign their petitions, others sign the petitions, to basically say yes. And the reason so, as a preacher, as a former member of the county board that spanned over 30 years, as the president of Kankakee County Community Service, where we have to pay for individuals to be housed in shelter, we've ran out of money. So we need the help in the community. And when someone is trying to do that, or someone's are trying to do that, the health department has told you, or I've heard from community members, I've heard from the clergy, I've heard from some of everybody. And all they're simply saying is say yes, and let us help you help individuals that's in your community. And some of these homeless people are voters that elected you as their representatives. Don't forget that we are a country, and y'all got up and said, I
Mr.
pledge
Snipes,
allegiance to the flag.
It's been 4 minutes, so.
4 minutes when I close it with this thought. It's not justice for some, it's said in the Pledge of Allegiance, justice for all. Remember that when you vote tonight. And I yield.
Brandon Hudsmith.
Hello. My name is Brandon. I'm a community organizer with Connect Kankakee. And I'd like to bring up that, in 10 or 20 years, people are going to ask us how we showed up during these moments of crises. Pandemic, cost of living, mental health, and disillusionment with government. Looking back, what answer will we be proud of? Not just for ourselves, but for today's youth, bombarded with bad news, growing up in a polarized world where political violence is increasing, asking whether there's a future for them here or if they should leave. We need affirmation that our efforts matter, the community cares. As they say, the true measure of a person is how they treat someone who can do nothing for them. Tonight's vote will signal the kind of future we choose, for ourselves and for those who come after. The numbers are stark: 771,000 people homeless nationwide at last count, a record high. And in Illinois alone, homelessness rose 116% in 2023, reaching over 25,000 in early 2024. Experts trace it to the pandemic protections ending, worsening housing crisis, rising inflation, stagnant wages. And the Institute for Rural Affairs ranks Kankakee County among the highest risk in the state, 19th out of 102. This affects a wider swath than expected. Homelessness doesn't fit a stereotype. It can strike anyone: a layoff, a family illness, crushing medical bills, a landlord selling the house. With little warning and no safety net, ordinary people fall into crisis. Now, 1 in 5 unhoused are over 55 years of age. A quarter are under 25. The domino effect is brutal on all of us. Start the day sleeping outside and everything else, health, work stability, becomes harder, like applying for programs without an address. Homelessness fuels anxiety, depression, and PTSD, and too often these struggles spiral into lifelong barriers, illness, or death. Struggle is abundant. Our time is one of disillusionment with governance where many feel powerless. And this vote is different. It's not about budget cuts or trade-offs or tough calls. A separate provider has already done the work to build a local institution to help those hurting the most. They're at the finish line. The only question is this: do we stand in the way, or do we allow them to meet the urgent needs of our neighbors, our families, and friends? We can fight for more day shelters too. We can handle any problems that come up together. But denying immediate care only worsens the crisis, not just for the unhoused, but for everyone who wants to believe this city, this council, puts community first. The choice tonight is simple. Just ask yourself, what will we be proud of to say we did here tonight? Thank you.
Michael Maloney.
Good evening. I'm the Executive Director of Garden Prayer Youth Center, and I just want to announce that we'll be celebrating 47 years as a child welfare agency serving to children and families throughout Kankakee and Kankakee County. It's going to be October 4th at the Majestic Theater, and this year we'll be honoring our own Mayor, Chris Curtis, as well as Deputy Chief Donnell Austin. So I welcome you all to join us October 4th at the Majestic Theater. Thank you.
This time, we're going to move on to item 5, roll call, City Council.
Jones.
Present.
Noble. Johnson. Here. Cobbs.
Here.
Lewis. Here. Navarez. Marzak.
Present.
Swanson. Here. Tully.
Here.
Osinga.
Present.
O'Brien.
Here.
Barron.
Here.
Malone Marshall. Present. Rude. 12 present, 2 absent.
We do have a quorum. Department heads?
Kidwell. LaRoche.
Here.
Rogers.
Here.
Kubel.
Present.
Landwehr.
Present.
Taylor.
Here.
Lopez.
Here.
Newton.
Here.
Higash.
Present.
Nelson.
Here.
Beasley. Here. King. Here. Croswell. Brewer Watson.
Here.
Next is item 6. Is there a motion to approve the minutes from Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025?
So moved, Mayor Curtis.
We have a motion from Alderman Osinga. Is there a second?
A second.
We have a second from Alderwoman Johnson. Is there any questions, comments, changes, or additions to the minutes? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson. Aye. Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall.
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays.
Minutes from September 2nd, 2025 are approved. We have no petitions tonight. We'll move on to communications. We do have 4 communications tonight. I'm going to have Clerk Gall read items 8A, B, C, and D.
Item A is the LV Women Support Group and the Truth Podcast Show are requesting a noise permit and street closure of North Crest Lane Drive and Frontage Road North to host their second community giveaway event on Saturday, September 20th, 2025, from 9 o'clock a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. Item B, the residents of the 700 through 900 blocks of Cobb Boulevard are requesting street closure of the 800 block of Cobb Boulevard to host their Halloween celebration on Friday, October 31st, 2025, from 4:45 p.m. until 7:45 p.m. Item C, Bishop McNamara Catholic School is requesting permission to host their homecoming parade on Friday, September 19th, 2025, from 10 o'clock a.m. until 11 o'clock a.m. And item D, Kankakee Elite Generals are requesting permission to host their Elite Generals Homecoming Parade on Saturday, September 27th, 2025, beginning at 1 o'clock p.m.
There are 4 items here. Is it the desire of the City Council to make a motion to combine, or do you want to vote on these individually?
Move we
Motion to
combine them all and vote on them.
We have a motion from Alderman Tully to combine items 8A, B, C, and D. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Osinga. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson. Aye. Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall. Aye. 12 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to approve items 8A, B, C, and D?
So move.
We have a motion from Alderman Jones. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderwoman Noble. Any questions or comments?
Just one question, Mayor.
Alderman Jones.
Don't worry about it. I'm good because it might mess up some things. Okay, nothing. Don't worry about it.
All good?
I'm all good. I'm all good. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson. Aye. Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis. Aye. Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall. Aye. 12 ayes, 0 nays.
Communications are approved. Next is item 9. We have standing committees. Item 9A.
License and franchise for Thursday, July 10th, 2025.
Alderwoman Johnson?
Yes, thank you.
Our July license and franchise meeting was called to order at 5:30 PM on Thursday, July 10th. We had a quorum and there were no public comments. All committee members were present. We also had City Attorney Dawn Landwehr and Fire Chief Brian LaRoche present. Our minutes from the June 25th meeting were approved at that time. We also shared information regarding a consumer assistance program offered through Aqua Illinois for our residents. There was no updates or discussions regarding the single-serve alcohol sales boundaries. We had a brief discussion regarding the landing zone, doing business as the Hangar, a bar located on South Route 4552. Mr. Patel, the owner, was not at the meeting and no action was taken. We discussed a gaming license cafe at 604 North Entrance in the First Ward. A spokesman for the business was there to answer our questions. The committee voted 5-1 to pass this on to full city council. We also had a request for a transfer of a liquor license for a location that previously housed 815 in downtown Kankakee. The business owners were present and gave us their plans for the business, and we forwarded that on to City Council as well. The committee voted to recommend it to full City Council. Next in the meeting, we also had a lengthy discussion on definitions of shelter, halfway houses, assisted living houses, and similar groups, residents allowed within the city, with Attorney Landwehr and Chief LaRoche offering input as well. There was no need for discussion, no need for executive session, and our meeting adjourned at 6:39 p.m.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Item 9B.
Ordinance from Tuesday, July 22nd, 2025.
Alderman Marzak.
I'll just let the official record stand.
Thank you. Item 9C.
Budget from Monday, August 11th, 2025.
Alderwoman Johnson? No.
Brian.
O'Brien, sorry. I was thinking you were gone. Sorry about that.
The Budget Committee met in August, on August 11th. It was a short meeting. Comptroller Rogers reviewed the financial statements year-to-date, just a few months into the city's fiscal year. She noted that revenues were on track, expenses were slightly ahead of the year-to-date expected number, but many of those were front-loaded, so it was not a surprise. Still foresee a surplus at the end of the fiscal year. Comptroller Rogers also noted the city's cash balances remain strong. The Comptroller also reported regarding the status of ARPA funds. City Manager Kubel noted that the ARPA filing process is much simpler now as we finish, and she expected that we would be completing that process as soon as all remaining funds are spent. The committee adjourned at 5:45 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderman. Item 9D.
Community Development for Tuesday, September 2nd, 2025.
Alderman Barron.
Thank you, Mayor. The Community Development Committee met almost 2 weeks ago, Tuesday, September 2nd. We did have a quorum. At the meeting, we heard from Director Barbie Brewer-Watson of the ECDA as to the 33 construction programs that are underway under the lead hazard program, Healthy Homes, and CDBG Housing Rehabilitation. ECDA in August received 9 applications for the Public Safety Incentive Program that we have put out recently. At this time, a little bit over $2,100 is available in the program. So that could be coming to a close unless further funds are allocated towards it. ECDA is continuing to promote its office outreach and wanted to make sure to invite everybody to the Hispanic Heritage Celebration at the Kankakee Farmers Market on September 20th, as well as ECDA's Neighborhood Cookout at Kankakee First Church of the Nazarene, 1000 North Entrance. That will be on September 27th in the afternoon. Before the committee, we heard the recommendations from ECDA's Community Advisory Board, CAB, as to the allocations for the CDBG Public Service Program for the program year of 2025-26. At this point, we had requests for over $217,000 out of $80,000 to allocate. CAB decided to prioritize, and the committee agreed to prioritize housing and food needs. So funds were recommended to go to Cornerstone Service, Harbor House, Catholic Charities, Salvation Army's Homeless Prevention Project, and Still I Rise. That motion was made to adopt those same recommendations, and those will be coming before the floor tonight. Director Barbie Brewer-Watson then provided an update as to Harbor House's Domestic Abuse Victim Shelter Project, which is currently in engineering review with the city. As previously agreed, ECDA will serve as the grant administrator for this particular grant. That was something that this council approved. A proposed grant agreement has now been received by the state. That was something that had been waiting for. Harbor House is now going to be seeking financing as well as launching a campaign to cover the gaps for the project, but that is continuing to move forward. We then adjourned at 6:30.
Thank you, Alderman. Item 9E,
Public safety from Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025.
Alderwoman Swanson.
The information is in the packet, but I just want to go through a few things really quick. The meeting was called to order on Wednesday, September 3rd. There was a quorum present. We did have one person speak under public comments, mother or grandmother who was very concerned about children's safety in our neighborhoods and in our schools. There was a motion and a second to approve the minutes, and those were carried. The fire bills were approved in the amount of $82,593.04. There was a first and a second, and it was carried to pay the bills. Under the police, the bills were approved in the amount of $117,096.69. There's a first and a second. That motion was carried. The next meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, October 7th. I will not be able to be in attendance, but Alderman Jones will be there to run the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Next, we'll be moving on to item 10, report of officers. Item 10A.
City of Kankakee bills in the amount of $1,994,236.32.
Is there a motion to approve the report of officers for the city of Kankakee?
Mayor, I make the motion to approve the report of officers, place the money in the proper accounts, and pay the bills in the amount of $1,994,236.32.
Is there a second?
I'll second that, Mayor.
We have a second from Alderman Osinga. Any questions or comments regarding the bills for the city of Kankakee? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Johnson. Aye. Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Polly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye, but I abstain as to check 84488 to First Trust Bank of Illinois, 84491 to Joe's Automotive, 84493 to Kankakee Ace Hardware, 84501 and 3980, both to Piggish Engineering, to avoid a potential conflict.
Thank you. Mullen Marshall. Aye. 12 ayes, 0 nays.
Report of officers for the city of Kankakee are approved. Next is item 10B.
Environmental services utility bills in the amount of $638,912.96.
Is there a motion to approve the report of officers for ESU?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
I'll second that, Mayor.
We have a second from Alderman Osinga. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Polly.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye, but I abstain as to check 36859 to Baron Hewitt Oil, 36870 to Gordon Electric Supply, 36877 to Joe's Automotive, 36878 to Kankakee Ace Hardware, 36892 to PSI Construction, 3984 to Gordon Electric, and 3986 to Piggish Engineering, to avoid a potential conflict.
Thank you. Mullen Marshall. Aye. 12 ayes, 0 nays.
Report of officers for ESU are approved. Next is item 11, unfinished business. Item 11A.
PB 2025-8-2, an ordinance approving a conditional use permit for a shelter care facility located within the city of Kankakee, Kankakee County, Illinois, at 970 East Court Street.
This comes before the city council tonight. This is the second reading for this ordinance. Just brief explanation from last meeting. Sometimes the rules are suspended so that the ordinance can be read in one night. That does require a 2/3 vote from the city council. It did not obtain that a meeting ago. So this comes before the committee for the final and second reading tonight. This is just a simple roll call and a majority of 8 to approve the ordinance. Before you is the ordinance to approve the conditional use permit. Is there any comments from the council? Is there a motion to approve the ordinance? Is there any other motion from the council?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to deny the conditional use permit for a shelter care facility located within the city of Kankakee.
We have a motion from the floor to deny the ordinance approving the conditional use permit. Is there a second?
I'd like to second that motion.
We have a second from Alderwoman Malone Marshall. Is there any questions or comments? Okay, we'll go to roll call vote. Before you, you have an ordinance denying the conditional use permit. A aye vote is approving the denial. A no vote is rejecting the denial. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall.
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays.
12 ayes to deny the ordinance approving the conditional use permit. The ordinance is denied. Item 12 is new business. 12A.
An ordinance amending Chapter 32, Section 231, entitled Handicap Parking of the Municipal Code of the City of Kankakee, establishing handicap parking at 945 Country Club Drive.
I got you.
Is there a motion to suspend the rules that allow for the passage of this ordinance tonight?
So moved, Mayor.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Johnson. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a second from Alderman Cobb's. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall.
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading for passage tonight?
So moved, Mayor.
We have a motion from Alderman Cobb's. Is there a second?
I second.
Second from Alderwoman Johnson. Is there any questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall.
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 12B.
An ordinance approving a Class A liquor license at the location of 2125 South Schuyler Avenue in Kankakee.
This did go through the License and Franchise Committee, and it was recommended out of the committee to come to full city council. Is there a motion to suspend the rules that allow for the passage of this ordinance?
I'd like to make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a second from Alderwoman Johnson. Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Abstain due to a potential conflict of interest.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall.
Aye.
11 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading to allow for the passage tonight?
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second from Alderman Tully. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Noble.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Cobb's.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Marzak.
Abstain due to a potential conflict of interest.
Swanson.
Aye.
Tully.
Aye.
Osinga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Aye.
Malone Marshall.
Aye.
11 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
The ordinance to approve the development agreement is approved. Next is item 12D. I'm sorry, 12C. Got ahead of myself.
Do it again.
12C.
An ordinance approving a development agreement with Essential Smoothies LLC.
I believe this, Director Brewer Watson, you want to just give a brief discussion on this one?
Sure. Essential Smoothies is opening another location in the First Ward at the Majestic Building, 150 North Schuyler. They have been working hard to get open. They presented an application for incentive request. They presented to Economic Development Committee meeting. We discussed it, presented terms back at Economic Development Committee meeting a month ago, and so the development agreement is in front of you. It's $10,000. They have requested more than that, but this is what we have agreed to, and the agreement is very similar to Stafari, so the same amount, same agreement as Stafari, which is also in their building and a neighbor to them. So just presenting this to you for your approval tonight. They do have to meet all building and code regulations and fire and safety code regulations before this money is dispersed.
Thank you, Director Brewer-Watson. Is there a motion to suspend the rules that allow for the passage of ordinance tonight?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Malone Marshall. Is there a second?
Second, Mayor.
We have a second from Alderman Cobb's. Roll call.
Jones?
Same.
Noble?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Cobb's?
Aye.
Lewis?
Aye.
Marzak?
Aye.
Swanson?
Aye.
Holly?
Aye.
Osenga?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
Barron?
Aye.
Malone Marshall?
Aye.
11 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
Is there a motion to place this ordinance on final reading tonight to allow for passage?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Malone Marshall. Is there a second?
Second, Mayor.
We have a second from Alderman Cobb's. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones?
Same.
Noble?
Aye.
Johnson?
Aye.
Cobb's?
Aye.
Lewis?
Aye.
Marzak?
Aye.
Swanson?
Aye.
Holly?
Aye.
Osenga?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
Barron?
Aye.
Malone Marshall?
Aye.
11 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
Ordinance is approved. Next is item 12D.
Motion to approve the 2025-2026 Community Development Block Grant Public Service Subrecipient Award recommendations.
I believe these were read in the minutes by Alderman Barron. Director Brewer-Watson, is there anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, let's just review really quickly. So December 2024 is when applications became available for those interested in the public service program. January was when the applications were received. May 21st is when we did the public hearing held for all the applicants to present to the Community Advisory Board at their meeting. So that was back in May 21st. A lot of delay due to federal regulations, changes in grant periods, so we've been dealing with that this year. Another delay right after May, so August 6th, CAB held their meeting, went through the applications again, reviewed the public hearing, made the recommendation document to submit to the Community Development Committee. September 2nd, that was when their recommendation was shared to the Community Development Committee for them to review, and then they voted to bring it forward here for your approval tonight. Just so that you know, you have the breakdown in there, but just to review, Cornerstone, the program name is Resource Closet for Women and Children. This is part of their housing program. Grant is going to be used for personal care supplies and for low-income women and children, hygiene products, those kind of things for their housing program. Harbor House, it is their domestic violence survivor homelessness prevention and support program. That money would be used to assist survivors of domestic violence with avoiding homelessness and establishing new housing for individuals and families. Catholic Charities, their program is the Horizons Joint Transitional and Rapid Rehousing Program. And that funding would be used to help those experiencing homelessness through the use of rental housing subsidies and supplies for those in rental housing. The Salvation Army's program is called the Homeless Prevention Project, and those funds would be used for helping those at risk of experiencing homelessness through the use of utility rental, mortgage, and emergency assistance. And then Still I Rise, their program, the Youth Development Program, their funding would be used to support their youth nutrition program and other like after-school programs with nutritional help with that too. So that is the funding and the program breakdown and what those uses of the funds would go towards. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brewer-Watson. Is there a motion to approve the 2025-2026 Community Development Block Grant Public Service Awards?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderman Barron. Is there a second?
I'll second
We
that.
have a second from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones?
Aye.
Noble? Aye. Johnson? Aye. Cobb's?
Aye.
Lewis? Aye. Marzak?
Aye.
Swanson?
Aye.
Holly?
Aye.
Osinga?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
Barron?
Aye.
Malone Marshall?
Aye.
12 ayes, 0 nays.
Motion to approve is granted, approved. Next is item 12E.
Motion to approve a maintenance agreement for the 2026 motor fuel tax street maintenance program.
So this is agreement brought forth for MFT funding for next year to do road work. You'll see at the next meeting, we expect that we'll have another agreement on there, or we're going to talk about it here in a little bit, but to do additional work with the money that we're bonding. But this is the allocation for next year's MFT, along, we'll be using some of this year's MFT also for that. Mr. Pagash, is there anything you want to add to this?
No, I think you covered everything, Mayor. We've in this agreement, we've planned for $2 million worth of MFT-funded maintenance for next, and the goal will be out to bid sometime in January. We'll try to award at the second meeting in January. If not, it'll be the first meeting in February. Work will likely begin into the new fiscal year on May 1st, so.
So this will allow the engineering company to work with you within the wards, and as he said, we're allocating $2 million here. We do expect we will be going to the market tomorrow for bonding, and we expect once that's sold off and comes back that we'll be adding at least another $2.5 million to that $2 million to be doing at least $4.5 million worth of road work next summer. Is there a motion to approve the MFT agreement?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderman Marzak. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
We have a second from Alderwoman Swanson. Is there any questions or comments?
Mayor, one question.
Alderman Jones.
For the rest of the year, I saw some sidewalks being done. Are we done with anything this year? If something is real bad, can we still do it? I know we're getting late in the year, I saw somebody.
Is there sidewalks being done by a utility company? I don't think we're doing any right now in the
That's what
city
I'm asking.
anymore.
Yeah, we're not doing any work right now, so I'm not sure if it's just restoration from
It could be.
NICOR or Aqua for, normal routine maintenance repairs. That might be the case. I guess if
Okay.
you give me the locations, I can let you know, because we inspect those, so.
Okay, I was just wondering, so we done, pretty much? Just want to make sure we're done for the year in terms of,
The only thing that we're continuing to do right now is DPW, Mr. Lopez and Mr. Hess, they still are out. As I mentioned earlier in the issue, I forgot the number of tons of asphalt they're doing on a daily basis. They're still out doing large strips and paths in different wards, and their goal is to continue to do that at least through the end of this month, or as long as the plants remain open.
all right, thank you, ma'am.
We do have a first and a second roll call.
Jones?
Aye.
Noble? Johnson?
Aye.
Cobb's?
Aye.
Lewis? Marzak?
Aye.
Swanson?
Aye.
Holly?
Aye.
Osinga?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
Barron?
Abstain to avoid potential conflict.
Malone Marshall?
Aye.
11 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
Motion to approve the maintenance engineering agreement is approved. Item 12F, appointments, we have none tonight. We'll move on to item 13, motions and resolutions. Item 13A.
A resolution for maintenance under the Illinois Highway Code for the 2026 motor fuel tax street maintenance program.
This is I believe, the standard IDOT form.
Yeah, this is
Mr.
just-
allows us to do this?
Correct, thank you, sorry, Mayor. This is the corresponding resolution for MFT funds, basically authorizing the money out of the MFT account for the maintenance agreement that was just approved.
Is there a motion to approve this resolution? We have a motion from Alderwoman Lewis.
Second.
Alderperson Lewis, sorry. Second from Alderman Jones. Any questions or comments? Roll call?
Jones?
Aye.
Noble? Johnson? Aye. Cobb's?
Aye.
Lewis? Aye. Marzak?
Aye.
Swanson?
Aye.
Holly?
Aye.
Osinga?
Aye.
O'Brien?
Aye.
Barron?
Abstain to avoid a potential conflict.
Malone Marshall?
Aye.
11 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
The resolution is approved. We do not have a need for executive session tonight.
Item B.
Yeah, B. B.
Got a different sheet.
Oh, weird.
I'll trust legal and clerk that we have a 13B, would I? Clerk, 13B? No,
This is,
that's fine. You know what? Nope, we're
I
good.
think that was a thought, and then
Yep,
this was the
nope,
final.
so
Okay.
13B, Alderman. Why I'm off faster now. Let's try this again.
One
Item 13B, clerk.
A resolution authorizing the acceptance of an engineering proposal for engineering and professional design services for the 2026 motor fuel tax street maintenance program between Pigash Engineering and the City of Kankakee.
Thank you. Director, boy, I am just... Can we adjourn? I'm just kidding. Mr. Pigash, this is your agreement to do work on the MFT program moving forward, and this also includes the bonding money along with the MFT work, correct?
That's correct. This is essentially the same agreement, except this is for the bond portion of the maintenance program. We don't have to have material testing since this is city-funded, so we don't have that included in here, but we have the preliminary and construction engineering similar to the MFT agreement that was just approved.
Yep. So we did bring this forth tonight as expected. As I mentioned earlier, we expect to be going out to the market tomorrow for the bonds. We expect those will be sold off and the money will be deposited by the end of the month within the City of Kankakee. Because we don't meet until October, we did, provided everything goes okay tomorrow, which we'll know, we did want the engineering to move forward so that they can get everything ready for January 1. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Resolution. We have a motion from Alderman Marzak. Is there a second?
Second, Mayor.
We have a second from Alderman Cobbs. Any questions or comments? Roll call.
Jones.
Aye.
Noble. Aye. Johnson. Aye. Cobbs.
Aye.
Lewis. Aye. Marzak.
Aye.
Swanson. Aye. Polly.
Aye.
Osenga.
Aye.
O'Brien.
Aye.
Barron.
Abstain to avoid a potential conflict.
Malone Marshall. Aye. 11 ayes, 0 nays, 1 abstention.
Resolution is approved. All right, I had it all together till page 3, but slipped off the rack a little bit. We have no need for executive session tonight. Is there any city council member comments? Alderwoman Malone Marshall.
Mayor, I just wanted to say that the Code Committee meeting for September the 18th has been canceled. We'll be at the IML conference.
Thank you. Seeing no other alderman comments, is there any department head comments? Director King.
I'll just quickly go over the planning board agenda. There's a lot area variance at 441 West Hawkins, conditional use permit for 2 second-floor apartments at 909 or 917 North Fifth Avenue, conditional use permit for used motor vehicle sales at 382 North Schuyler. City-initiated rezoning of 7 properties around South Dearborn, South Indiana Avenue area from commercial to residential. 2 variances, one to increase the allowable square footage of a shed and to reduce the side setback at 1147 South Poplar, and then a paving material variance to allow for the use of heat-treated asphalt grindings for a parking lot that's on an industrial lot at the northwest corner of Stanford and Grinnell. That meeting's tomorrow night. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Thank you.
Thank you, Director King. Any other department heads? Bless you.
Thank you.
Mayor update. I really don't have much for tonight. I know several will be going up to IML, so we'll see you there for that, and looking forward to that. I do want to thank Chief LaRoche, Chief Kidwell, and Superintendent Newton. We did have what we're starting to create is a tradition on September 11th of raising the flag flown over the 9/11 memorial. We're hoping that a tradition, this is in the second year, that will continue not only through this administration for many years to come. I think it's a good remembrance. It's amazing as you start to think about it, how many people, if you're under the age of 24, it'd be a day that you don't remember. It'd be a lot like us, maybe not remembering what happened on Pearl Harbor, and I think it's something that we do need to keep in our minds. It was a time that I do look back and say that our country was all one on that day and on September 12th, and it's always a good remembrance, that feeling. So I have nothing else. We do have a long break until our next city council meeting. It's almost a 3-week period. We'll meet in October. And so for the good of the order now, it is now 8:20. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We have a motion from Alderwoman Malone Marshall, a second from Alderman Tully. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you.